Golden Ox is probably the weirdest and hardest trait to play. And you'll see probably the most changes on PvE as we adjusted a little bit. Golden Ox is weird. You'll look at this and it's like you put in 4 Golden Ox and you only get 20% damage amp and a 40% chance to drop gold. On paper, as a 4-piece, that's pretty weak. That's kind of below our typical frameworks. But what happens is every turn, it starts at 8 gold. And as you spend gold for leveling or rerolls, and rerolls count as extra, it'll go, hey, cool, you spent 8 gold this turn? Thank you. Our tree grows, and your trait gets more powerful. So then the next turn, if you spend 12 gold, same thing. It'll keep stacking. And their goal is to sort of like grow this Golden Ox tree as big as you can. A good game, you might have this up to like 44, 48. And what that does is it increases the damage amp. So for example, at 6-piece, it says 22%. But if you get that tree up to like 56 or 60, that damage amp actually gets closer to like 70, 80 damage. It gets pretty insane later. So you have to like spend your gold in the right way to make the trait more powerful. It's very interesting. So if you find like, oops, I accidentally spent a bunch of gold this turn and now next turn I can't, the trait won't be as strong. So pretty complicated to use, but if you do it, it's really satisfying. Indications you should play this: an early Graves. You could play around Graves reroll or just an early Graves in general. If you're like level 5 and you find an early Annie or an early Aphelios, that's another time to maybe get into the 4-piece. Or get an early Emblem. Early Emblem's also another time where you should really consider this. Getting the 4-piece early can get a bunch of gold. So I'll be interested to see how this one lands on PB. This is the one I'm like the most like, let's see, but it's also the most unique, and so it could be the most fun. So